Now I want to take you to the Bible, though. The book of James, chapter number 1. It says, speaking about temptation, he says, when tempted, no one should say, God is tempting me, for God cannot tempt with evil. He says, and neither does he tempt anyone, right? He says, but each one is tempted by his own evil desire. That's the problem. By his own evil desire is lured away. You see, this luring process, as long as the person isn't working on the right things, see all these things of giving laws. Giving laws makes for nice outward appearance. Yeah, it's not even the crux of the thing. It makes ease for outward appearance. That's a person who's not working on the inside. It's easy for them to come out here and instruct people on outward things. Very easy. You can do that all day, every day. Because you are not there. The thing that should be worked on, it's not been worked on. It's the inner man. The inner man is not being worked on. Let's go here. 1 Timothy. And you go down to roughly about verse number 5. This is what it says. It says, the goal of this command is love, which comes from a pure heart. You see, so when we work on ourselves, when we work on areas of guilt, we work on aspects of what we believe and all these things, we work on our discipleship and we work on our sanctification, we really work on those things that make us better people. Inward out, not instructing the body, do this, do this, do this. You don't do this. No, work on the inside out. So this Christianity that is outside, as vague. When you place your salvation on what you are doing on the outside, that faith is not built on sincerity. It's built on fear of hell. You go on. It says, some have departed from this. They've departed from what? They've departed from a pure heart, a good conscience, and a sincere faith. So what is happening here? They don't have good doctrine. They are scattered in doctrine. They teach funny, weird things. So as a result, they don't have a good conscience. Everything appears demonic. No, you see, you can't eat every maize meal. It must be this particular one. That one has a star. Why? Evil conscience. The person has an evil conscience. So everything is defiled. You see, if I'm dressed like this, they'll find something. Why? You have an impure conscience. They have departed from this. What happens then? And then it says, and have turned to meaningless talk. Hey, Jesus. Verse 6. This is everything that Enigma was all about. They have turned to meaningless talk, condemning people over nothing. Oh yeah, you eat yogurt. Hell, yogurt. Condemned for yogurt. Condemned for yogurt. Hey, South Africa. They tend to meaningless talk. Why? Because they don't have doctrine. So now meaningless talk is their thing. And he says they want to be teachers of what? Exactly what Enigma was doing. Want to be teachers of the law. He says, but they do not know what they are talking about or what they so confidently. Notice what the verse says. He says they so confidently affirm. They affirm nothing. As if it's what makes people go to heaven. Why? They have departed from good doctrine that gives pure conscience. Up here. He says, for there are many rebellious people, full of meaningless talk. This is Titus now. This is Titus. He says, full of meaningless talk. We're reading Timothy. Now here in Titus, he says, these people, they are full of meaningless talk and deception. And he says, especially those of the circumcision. These ones who love giving rules and laws. Those ones, that group that loves giving laws. They are full of talk. He says they must be silenced. People thought I was just, Ricky, What do you? The verse says, "Melek tulwe." They must shut up. When I say shut up, that's the verse. The Bible tells you that. Shut up. Shut these people up. And it tells you the danger of not allowing them to shut up, of not shutting them up. Why? Go on in the verse. He says, "For they must be silenced." He says, because they are disrupting whole households. Imagine now, a child is not allowed to have a toy, just a toy. Can't just have a toy, innocent toys. They can't. Because why? They are disrupting households by teaching things they ought not to teach. Whatever, you can go believe whatever you want. I said it's fine. You'll see. 10, 15 years doing apologetics. I'm telling you, it starts at false doctrine. It gets worse in the background. You want to witness? You can go ahead. The Bible tells you they are corrupt. They are corrupt for a reason. So I wonder who this sister is. I wonder who this sister is who's been talked about here, who recorded something. It wasn't published because it was meant to protect Enigma. It's Ricky. I'll see you on a later on episode. Other episodes down today. Down in the pinned comments. We're done.